the same year. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it was the same year. I was doing standard 1. Standard 2, it was 1997. It was in 1987. Yeah, I remember most in 1987, the following year. What happened now when we were young? There was this Amaqabane.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there was this Amaqabane in our
fighters,
yes, they were call themselves the comrades.
Comrades, yeah.
Yes. So there was our street committee. So we called them SRC. You see, growing up in those days, like if you committed any crime, no police came into our black areas. No police. I'm saying it was only we were patrolled by soldiers. There was only these hippos because every time the police came, they would fight. Yes, those hippo fans. You see. So sometimes as children, we saw the people will throw stones at it, they will come, they will shoot at us, we'll run inside the houses, they'll come with shambuks and beat us up. It was something like cats and dog. It's like yeah, it was everyday thing. When you wanted to have fun and play, we just took stones and threw at them. They would fire at us. Some died, many died, you see, from those sites, from those such games. But now going back to our comrade now, there was something that happened there was this woman, she was my mother's friend, but she was like our aunt. Like I grew up in her hands. You see, I grew up in her hands. She grew me up. Even my sisters, they'd come after me, even those who were before me, because she was my mother's best friend. So my father was affording when I was young. My father drove those latest PM 535. We call them Mama Pavar, PMWs, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, my mother was a 520i, my father had a 545.
Okay.
So my father used to afford when you were young. So now there in our areas, in our black areas, that time when this communism thing, I'm a communist when it started. So you see houses that were privileged, that they could afford. Many of those houses were banned because I remember one day they came to ban my father's house. You see, they came to ban our house. We were inside the house. So when they came, they surrounded the house with petrol bombs. My father went out, inquire with them what they want. They told him, no, he's a pimp of the boys. Why is affording such cars and what? Up until all the men from around the areas, they came out, they told him, hey, listen, don't be crazy. Will be selling us insurance. You see, so that's how. But after that, I think it was 3-4 days, they banned our next door neighbor. But after that, they banned a house. This woman, I'm saying that she was my aunt.
Okay.
They banned a house with the 2 children inside. Those children, they were like brothers and sisters. So as we grew up together, we ate together from the same spoon. We played together. We went to the same school together. That was 1986. Now it was 87. You see. So now what happened now within this SRC committee, there was this committee of it was young boys from our areas. They was every 7 o'clock they used to gather, go to the passage because it was a long passage there. Yeah, there was a pole. They used to gather and hold their meetings there. And then if they decide this one is getting banned today, they go and ban him. If they decide this one is a witch doctor, we are Taratalo, they will come, they'll ban the house. So it happened like that to Susis Nana. They said Susis Nana, like they said my father was imp, but Susis Nana, they say a grandmother, a mother. It's our grandmother, a mother. She was Mtarat, a witch doctor. A witch, they call her a witch. So now they went, they bent inside the house. Not her, she was not inside the house. They bent those children. We grew up with those children in the same room. We ate in the same bowl. They bent them, we were there. I was young, I was standing there, I was crying. You see, I was crying because we could hear them from inside. The comrades surrounded the house. Nobody came out because when anyone came out, they would shoot or they would throw stones. So they were burning inside. The house was on flames. They were screaming. We were screaming. We were crying. My mother was there, but Usis Nana was not there. But she was quoted dead. I don't know. She came down the pass.